Hi, my name is Krystal Castillo, and today I'm going to be interviewing Natalie. She's a registered nurse, and I'm going to be asking her some questions since this is the career that I'm interested in pursuing. Natalie, thank you for your time. And just to confirm, it is okay to record our interview?
Yes.
Okay. First question, why did you choose this career path?
You know, for me, I have always been a very compassionate person, and even when I was little, I knew I wanted to go into nursing. I was always the one taking animals home. I was bandaging my dolls. I mean, I was from the get-go. So I knew from a very early age that I wanted to go. But I think that certain people just have a personality for it and a calling, and I knew that was for me.
Awesome. I can relate to that. And Natalie, what educational degrees or licenses are required to become a registered nurse?
So the basic requirement, the basic degree is the associate degree in nursing. I myself have a bachelor's degree, and I think in this day and age, I recommend students to go for their bachelor's because there's a lot of leadership positions that you can get with a bachelor's. You can also go into get your master's degree in nursing, and even people go in to get their doctorate degree in nursing. So there is many degrees. People with master's degree can go into nurse practitioner. So there's different avenues that you can go. And then there's a lot of smaller licenses and requirements needed. For me particularly, what I do now, we are required to have our basic life support and our advanced cardiac life support that we have to continually renew every so often. So nursing is a very lucrative field, and you can go anywhere with it, and there's plenty of options, plenty of degrees that you can get with that.
Awesome. What would you say is the most rewarding thing for you about your work aside from your pay and any benefits that you get with your job? But what would you say is the most rewarding thing outside of that?
I think that people who go into nursing truly love it because they love to make people feel better. They genuinely care for people. And to get that, when somebody gives you that big hug because they're so grateful for what you've done for them, or you've relieved their pain, or something that they've been struggling with for so long, and that you were there to take care of them, to get them through that, that in itself is rewarding, just because you can empathize, and you can get that.
Yeah.
You can genuinely feel where that patient is coming from.
Yeah.
And so that is a very rewarding feeling.
Kind of put yourself in their shoes and to be able to help them through that. Definitely, I would agree. What would you say is one of the toughest problems you deal with on your job?
The toughest problems, I think there's a lot of paperwork involved. The more you do it, the easier it gets. But there's always something, there's always changes, regulations, healthcare laws, they're always changing. We're constantly keeping up with that. So that in itself can be tedious sometimes. And sometimes just depending on what type of nursing you do, trying to control the patient's pain, because we don't like it, when they're in pain, and there's not much sometimes that we can do for them. We do the best we can for them.
Yeah.
But I think that as long as we are talking to the patient, we're letting them know what's going on, we are keeping them informed, they can better control how they act. So
Correct.
I think that is very important in how we take care of them, and ultimately you get better results.
Awesome. If you were a college student again, what would you do differently?
If I were a college student again, I would probably be very choosy and picky on loans.
Okay.
Nursing school can be expensive depending on how far you go. And I think that a lot of times people don't realize that sometimes loans can get you in trouble afterwards. So really do your research on loans, especially with nursing school. Find scholarships. There's a lot of nursing scholarships out there, so I recommend that as well.
Very true. Loans can be very overwhelming, and I agree. If you were to hire someone to fill a significant position on your team, what are 3 important factors that you would
I'm looking for?
That you would look for?
The most important quality in nursing is compassion for others. Because you can always teach somebody what to expect and what to learn as far as nursing skills, but you can't teach compassion, you can't teach personality. So it is a specific area that as nurses that we are we fall into, because you can't be a nurse with no compassion or empathy. It won't work. And you're not going to enjoy it, and the patients won't enjoy
Definitely
it either.
won't enjoy it for sure.
So compassion, empathy, the ability to multitask, and the ability to just be cool, calm, and collected under pressure.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that those are all key factors in becoming a good nurse, and being able to just relate and put yourself in the position of the person who's experiencing the pain or going through something, and definitely be able to take care of them as if they were one of your own,
Right.
if it was you, or how you would want to be treated.
Yes.
So I definitely relate to your answer, and I thank you so much
You're
for your
welcome.
time and appreciate
Yeah,
it.
you're welcome. My
And I
pleasure.
wish you all the best.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you very much.